Hello everybody and welcome back to Humankind. Now we are quite an expansive civilization. We even have it as our trade, or expansionist, that is the Roman Empire, and we can instantly purchase adjacent outposts or attached territories, and we can also steal territories, which is really interesting. If we choose this one though, it would cost us 600 coin. I think it is coin, and we don't have that yet. So this is definitely an action that I want to try out in our empire. We're also in the process of finishing our first real monument, which is Stonehenge. So I got like 4 cities working on this single project at the moment. And another thing that I want to do, some of you have pointed this out, yes, we don't need to build cities all the time, right? This might be a bit contradictory to what you know from previous games like this. Having a city, of course, also means that we do need more food and also more resources for this city all the time. If I just want to expand the territory of a city, for example, to get its resources, like this one here looks like more or less it's just an outpost for Knossos, right? And Knossos, well, we can select and we can then attach this outpost here to the city. Gives the ability to attach one of your outposts to an adjacent city and requires an administrator in that city. We do have an administrator. So those administrators are similar to civilization, for example, as that they have certain bonuses for that city, improving its productivity. And in that case here, I will now attach this outpost here to the city. And as we can see, there we have it now, and this is looking rather Roman now, this city there, or this outpost as it is. And what we can see now is that, first of all, this territory is now merged with this territory, right? So they're no longer having separate lines like my other territories, but they're now within one territory. They're only separated by dotted lines within it. And this one here is completely gone, right? So there is no outpost anymore, there is nothing. It's really just as this one here belongs now to Knossos itself, making Knossos, of course, way more powerful. Now, in Knossos itself, we have a few new resources popping up, like iron, for example, that we have researched. What have we researched it? Well, what we could do with that resource there is we could, of course, attach something to it and to exploit it. Let's just check our resource tab. We have saffron and obsidian still as our only luxury goods at the moment. And I want to expand on that, of course, with iron then, which gives me better weapons. Now, as we can see, this is now within Knossos. So that is a pretty cool feature, and thus we can merge these territories into bigger ones. Up here we have though something that I want to stay as a city, right? So this one here with the coffee and also the adjacency then to the ocean. So let's make this one a city creation. Takes me 7 turns then. We could also finish it instantly, but I'm not doing that. And here we have then lots of coffee that will be in our empire then soon. Now, Venice also is looking fine, as we can see, our harbor city. We are currently creating the harbor. I would also like to plan ahead there with the horse ranch, that we can then already get into this tile there where we have the horse resource, and thus also, I think for the first time, getting horses into our territory, right? Yep, because here we're also building the horse ranch, but it still takes 4 turns. That is that. Now let's just continue with what we have at hand right now. We have the Assyrians down here. I don't like them. I don't like the Assyrians. They don't look a bit funny to us, right? He looks very angry. We also have a few crises with them. So this is also a tab that we have in the diplomacy menu. And what we can see is that we have some grievances because they're claiming territory on our borders. 9 turns ago and just the last turn they did this. So they are pretty expensive there as well, and it might lead to a war with them at some point. What I can see is that the Assyrians are nowhere else, right? They're just really down here in the south. So I'm going to move my troops now here to the south in order to defend myself. So I'm going to merge these troops there with each other. We also have our main army up here. And this is also where it comes to a good play for us, first of all, to have the roads, and second of all, to have a professional army standing. That means that it's increasing our armies, the strength of them, leading to a better fighting. Now, let's just see. Stealing the territory. This is really a strange action here that I haven't fully understood yet, where we have stealing a territory that costs me, as it seems, some money there. Let's move them. So I think they can merge now. thanks to the road, is really quick. There it is. So we got the next army coming up. And this legion here, they're still marching down here as well, merging with those guys there, making a really powerful army. Now, we do have also another event of dogs and wolves too. The public funds spent on training dogs to help protect shepherds, herds and flocks has been money well spent. Deaths of livestock have fallen dramatically, and the shepherds intend to keep their new best friends. This is really cool. So this is an outcome of a previous event that we had. And good dogs. Yields of meat are up and the city is well fed. Bountiful on Rome, plus 10 food on Rome. Isn't that nice? So Rome gets a real nice food bonus here. And we have now 35 food here, which is plentiful. We are also growing by another population there. Let's end this turn. Stonehenge is coming closer, and organized warfare has also been researched. This gives me the use reinforcements, so the organization needed to reinforce battling forces isn't straightforward, but can shift the balance of entire wars. So we can now use reinforcements in a battle. We also got the barracks now that we can build, and this modifies the unit production cost, so it speeds up the unit production. Let's just see what the next research we have. We have a few things. So horsemanship, yeah, horses are coming in, but we can only use them for scouts at the moment, the cavalry. The sailing is pretty cool, so this gives me then the first ship that we can build. But the harbor still takes 15 turns, so not much use as of the moment. Research quarter sounds interesting. This can speed up our research. It also gives me another administrator that I can use for my cities. That sounds pretty good. Let's just have a look down here to the war stuff as well. So we got the fortifications. So we can build military camps. Gives me +1 combat strength. We also have the stone walls. I might actually, before I go to war with the Assyrians, I might actually build some stone walls. Right? And the standing army, which gives me the iron. And the swordsman. Yeah, I do need both of them. Let's go with fortifications first. Then we can build up our defense of walls. And then I'm going with the iron, because we already got the first iron there. And I think for the iron, it is also popping just up. So this wasn't here before, this iron deposit there. And I like that idea, right? So it doesn't, the map doesn't show you fully what is there in the beginning. And it rather opens up over time. Now, the Harappans, they want open borders with us. This is an interesting one. Let's just see where they are actually. They're down here as far as I know, yes. And they want to get up there probably, to the other side. We are on friendly terms with them right now. We are, the cultural proximity is very close, so we are more or less of the same culture, it seems. We are a kinship. Let's make open borders. It never hurts to have an ally, right? We could use them perhaps as an ally. Propose alliance. This will probably not work at the moment. Oh, it did.
This is something you need to see.
Okay, you're in alliance with Empire 2 now. I did not expect this to happen so quickly. So having an alliance with them has, of course, 2 advantages or disadvantages as well. And that is, first of all, they will help us if we fight the Assyrians. On the other hand, I have to help them if they fight someone. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. It was rather quick. Stonehenge 2 turns. We got Pylos down here. Pylos has some game around it. And let's just see what we can do here. Did I already finish the farmer quarters? I don't think so. Let's do this. There we have the first farmer quarters for Pylos, which gives me +12 food then. We don't have that much food here, right? 32 actually, that's a lot. Having that, and we could also go with the artists. No, they don't really have much of artisan. We also have a new district here, the market quarter, but also here not very good trades for this. So Pylos is really just a food production city for us. We could also give a garrison here now, which gives me some bonuses. Having a garrison here actually makes a bit of sense, right? Because it's close to the Assyrians. The garrison base for fresh soldiery. A garrison also gives strength to those who fight in its shadow. +10 fortification. Gives me though -5 stability on the city. Yeah, well, but still, let's build the garrison here then as well, next. So this is right around the border there of the Assyrians that I might want to capture at some point, this city there. So that is that. What else do we have here? There is still something that needs to be done, according to the menu, but it doesn't look like that. Nope. And with those guys here, the Goths. Oh, with the Goths, we are kinship as well. Okay. Very strange. They want a non-aggression pact. I accept. That is totally fine for me. The Goths are over here. They're also at our borders. We should be very careful about that. Alrighty, what do we have? We have my troops down here as well now, close to Tiryns. So one of my cities. Very important to have some of my troops around here. Let's keep them garrisoned here in Tiryns right now. This, by the way, also adds a bit of stability bonus then. What we can see, there is a bit of unrest in the city right now. If I have troops in here, it will now go up again to 30. Very dangerous where we are right now with the stability. In Rome it's fine. Also here Iolcus is bad, so I will need to get some soldiers up in those cities there. Here it's declining at the moment. And yeah, it's also because this is unadministered right now. So for each city we do need an administrator. If we don't have that, well then this happens. Basically, that the city is at unrest. We have someone here, but we should... Do we not have in Tiryns an administrator? No, we don't. In Pylos we don't have one. That's why the unrest is going down. Alright, so I kind of start to understand this mechanic there. So where we have administrators... Oh no, even Knossos, it's going down, the stability. Even though we do have an administrator here. So there might be some other mechanics that we need to find out in this region as well. Now with my main army, yep, let's go to Iolcus, where we also have some unrest at the moment. And let's end the turn. Alright, one more turn for Stonehenge. And this can stay here now, so yeah, it's going up. Let's have them stay there. The other army is going to Iolcus, so let's just have a look. It's going down at the moment. And if I put it there, we should then be seeing a nice increase of stability. Yes, we are. So by over 10% it's increasing per turn again. So yeah, we do need to have armies garrisoned in those cities there as well. Here we have Pylos. I might just cancel my productions here. The horse ranch, alright, cannot be built right now because the unrest is pretty high. Let's build us... Yeah, let's build us archers here. Takes 6 turns. Let's cancel the horse ranch and build the archers immediately, so the stability is going up again, and then we can go for this quarter there that we just wanted to finish anyway. Alright, stability is really low here, so we cannot do anything in that city. Let's share that project for the Stonehenge, or we just build something else here that we have. So we should hopefully have something that increases the stability. So food is no problem, right? No. Food is no problem. We have mountains, not really. A lumber yard. There we have something. The public fountain is increasing the stability of plus 15. Let's build the public fountain in Pylos. I should probably build this building as well in the other towns. Now, my regiment here in Iolcus will stay here for the moment. In Rome, we have stable stability because it's the capital, right? So the capital is excluded from that. And we also have finished now Stonehenge, and thus we can also claim a new natural wonder. And here we have it, World Deed, Accomplishment, Build a Wonder, gives me some fame points there. And also, what I can see also, oh, we are on the 3rd place right now, and also gives me another point there on my era score. Stonehenge has been completed. Let's claim the statue of Zeus. I can do this. It gives me a plus 20 stability. It fits, of course, the Roman Empire. And we can claim it because we have the influence for it. Let's claim the statue of Zeus. And a lot of cities have some production up again. So it would take 60 turns for that, by the way. I'm not doing it yet. Let's go for some new districts or stuff like that. So in Rome itself, we could go for the saffron down here. Gives me a nice money boost. Let's do this. And also, let's have a few buildings here. Yeah, the public fountain only takes 3 turns in Rome. The barracks might be something, but Rome is not my military production area, so I don't need that. We could go for a science boost. House of Scribes is very quickly built as well. Let's do this. And food-wise, we have abundant food, so I don't need to focus on these projects yet. Right, so Rome is building its stuff. Then we have our Tiryns. Of course, I'm going here with the public fountain right away. This is a very powerful building, especially when I battle stability as of the moment. That is something. Let's do this in Tiryns. And I think in Iolcus, Yep, I can also build the public fountain now, and I should be doing that to get my stability up there. Knossos, yes, also. And I love Knossos. Has a very high industry industry output, right? 86. Rome, for example, is only 33, right? So Knossos is really my powerhouse there for production. We're also going to use Knossos as our building or city for the wonders, right? Other cities can join then, but Knossos really is the one that goes forward here. Let's finish this city up here quickly. So Capua. Oh, Capua. So this is the home of the gladiators. There we're going to train our Spartacus. And we need to, well, build a few things up. Now in Capua we have the coffee. Stability is going down a lot. So one thing that I really need, do we have a soldier close by? This is something that I can see becomes very important. I do need to have soldiers close to these cities, right? This is absolutely catastrophic right now. Let's get us a... Oh, this is not looking so good. Let's get us an archer here, right? Can we build the archer right away? Yes, we can. So this should counter my stability. Yes, it is. And now we can build something. Let's go for the coffee as a new amenity here that we can have then. So the coffee is coming up. Food-wise, no problem. We have a 0 population right now, so this needs to grow again. And then we will have it. Let's also focus the city growth right now. So this should speed up the growth there. But I really want to have coffee as a global amenity in my empire. So that is something to be aware of. Now, this regiment can stay. This archer here, this newly trained archer can stay. And in Iolcos also here, this regiment can stay. Research is looking good. Society, as we can see, empire stability. So at the moment we're having everything under control, which is a bit strange though, because I know that we don't. Right, so this is the cultural dominance right now. And do we have a civic point? We have 2 civic points. Let's go with the army composition, the professional soldiers. Now we can do this. So +1 combat strength of all our units. This will make the battling really good. And legitimacy, customary laws or codified laws. Now, the customary laws are historical precedent and tradition serve as the basis for our judgment, applies celebrating on new cities, and the codified laws will be debated, classified, and codified for perpetuity, and this gives me attach outpost cost, absorb city cost. We also get a bit of a science booster on cities and outposts, and also 3% bonus there. But that's pretty much... Oh, it's only 10% bonus for the same stability bonus and industry bonus. I think I go with the codified laws. I mean, we are the Romans after all, and the codified laws are just fitting more to this. Right, and we can end this turn now. Where did I actually place my Stonehenge, by the way? There we have it. There is the wonder. Now the Assyrians ask something, a non-aggression pact. I'm not going for war at the moment, so I will accept this one. This also secures our peace for a bit of time, but of course it's going for war against them. Capua now should have everything there. Let's just check Capua once again. Stability is still going down, but not below the threshold anymore. So this is important because below the threshold I cannot build anything anymore. In Knossos, stability is going up again. We have built the public fountain, so we can now focus on something else. Let's just see what we have there. Influence on the main plaza, industry and forest and wood. We don't have that much. Another science boost. Yep, it's really quickly built. And we have the palisade here, but we have the walls soon, so I'm going to wait on them. And the barracks, perhaps we can also finish here, since there we can have some unit training then as well. We have 4 population in Knossos. Also in Rome, so there is room for new soldiers as well. You can stay. There is no defense stance at this moment for the troops, so I always have to skip them if I want to keep them in the garrison or in the city. Venice is still building the harbor. Takes a bit of time there still, and we could go on some hunting there in the meantime. For that I would need another army though, another soldier perhaps. We can take one of these here, the archer. Let's move the archer down there. so that I can take 2 of my troops and then move against the deer for some hunting. This gives me a nice money boost. And we have researched the fortifications and also the military camps, plus the citizens. Militia, cheap and readily. No, I don't need those guys. I'm the Roman Empire. We're going to need the standing army, which is going then to unlock us the iron. Now that should have unlocked now something new, and that is the walls. Right, so we can build now. Oh, I think we need to have the palisade first and then the wall on top of it. Right, so let's build the palisade there in Knossos. More importantly though, down here, Tiryns, for example, is finishing the public fountain soon. And then I will have the palisade here as well. Gives me a nice fortification boost. And the same in Pylos is also finishing the public fountain soon. And then we also have the palisade here. Takes quite some time though. It has a low industry rating, a very low industry rating. Can we boost that somehow? We have the maker's quarters. Not much we can do though. Right, this city doesn't have the best stats for construction. The horse ranch already takes quite some time if we want to finish that. Can we boost it somehow? We do have, let's see, a river slot. We have lots of river slots in this island, on the city there, but yeah, nothing for really woodland. We don't have any woodland here either. So this city is doomed to be a food production only for us. There's no other way around it. And we might just have more farms then, like this one there, for another plus 12 food. Hopefully we can transfer the food then to other cities as well. This would be interesting. But yeah, in hindsight, if we would want to start this game again, I would probably not build cities so close to each other. So this one here, Pylos, would be a very nice outpost for Tiryns, right? Because it doesn't have the best stats, but it is accomplishing it, or putting the food production up there, while Tiryns could focus, for example, since it's close to the mountains, on industry. So this makes a whole more sense to me then. For example, Knossos is only in the mountainous area, doesn't have that much food then, but actually it has. But it couldn't. If it doesn't have that much food, we could have another outpost like this one here that is producing the food for it. So this system is pretty cool if I think about it now. And for the next game, it would definitely make sense to have more of these outposts and being merged to the cities. Now this army can stand here. This regiment can still stand. The same with this one. This one in Capua, so that we have the stability at least a bit under control. So far so good. So coffee is coming up now soon in my empire, and also the iron. And then yeah, we continue here. Stay tuned.